Somebody likes bicycles.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
Local.
In a tiny little car like this. Oh well. We're at a garage and test facility. Let's see what we're driving this week. A 2021 Honda Accord. And this one's a hybrid, it says. Has a plaque so everybody will know what you're driving. And here's the rear view. If you watch my videos, you know one of the first things we do when we get a vehicle is to check and see if there's a spare tire. Especially on hybrids, they rarely do. I'm not going to pull this stuff out of the trunk. I already looked and there is no spare tire, just a tire repair kit. If you want a spare tire, you need to get with the dealer and get that optional. And the second thing we do is take the headlights out in the dark and see how they perform. And I'm told these are all new LEDs for 2021. A lot of bulbs in there. They better work good. Let's find out. It's dark enough. Let's see what these lights do. Look pretty bright. Got a lot of bulbs in there. And here's what the reverse camera looks like in the dark. And here we have the low beams, only 1,100 feet away, very bright. Height, so-so. High beams, not as high as I would like. It's certainly bright. And here we have the brights on a fence line 80 yards away. The building 130 yards away behind it. With the high beams, then low beam. Pretty good spread. Overall, these are pretty good lights. No complaints. If you like Hondas that are easy on gas but offer a bit more performance, we got the 2021 Honda Civic Type R. That thing was plenty quick. Didn't use up too much fuel. We'll have a link for that video at the end of this video. And 8 months ago, we tested the Honda CR-V Hybrid. We'll have a link for that video at the end of this video as well. But we really want the Ram TRX Hellcat. Come on, you know you want it. 8 miles to the gallon. You can afford it. We won't have a link for that at the end of this video, but it's on my channel. Give it a look. 440 videos to watch. If you get the base Honda Accord, it has a 192 horsepower 1.5 turbo. That will cost you $24,970. There's also a 252 horsepower 2.0 turbo with a 10-speed automatic. I don't know what the price of that one is, but it's a lot more, of course. For our purposes, we're concerned with the Earth Dreams Technology Hybrid. The hybrid engine is a 2-liter, putting out 212 horsepower. If you get the base hybrid vehicle with the smaller wheels and tires, the rating is 40 mpg overall, city, highway, and mixed. That will set you back $26,570, which is only $1,500 more than the $24,970 of the base non-hybrid. A pretty good deal. This is the deluxe touring model that has the larger 19-inch wheels and bigger tires. $36,240. And with the larger 19-inch wheels and tires, your MPG is rated 44 in the city, 41 on highway, and 43 overall. And unlike other YouTube testers who simply read the specs off a sheet, we take this out in the real world and get real figures for you. That's why you're here, so don't go away. Let's step in the cabin and take a look, and right away I can see the quality materials and workmanship. Excellent. Always been the case in the Accord, at least as of late. On the positive side, we get a large glove box. Very simple climate controls, 3 large knobs and a couple buttons. Anyone can operate this without reading the owner's manual the way it should be. A decent sized info screen. I'm told it's larger for 2021. I don't remember what the 2020 size was, but this is certainly enough. An excellent gauge cluster. Lots of useful information. Slight amount of glare, but not enough to worry about. Oh, and by the way, we finally get a real volume knob and a real tuning knob. People were complaining about the lack of that for years, and they finally listened and corrected that issue. Makes life a lot easier, trust me, when you're operating the radio. A sport button for performance driving, an eco button for eco driving, and an EV button for electric-only driving, I'm told. I've never tried that. It doesn't really interest me. And then we move up to the transmission shifter, and I have a lot of things to say about that, so hang on. The Honda Accord Hybrid uses a push-button gear selector like so. Park, reverse, neutral, and drive. This is overall the best design you can get on any vehicle as far as I'm concerned. I'll show you why. On a conventional shifter like this, takes up a lot of room, gets in the way, blocks the cup holders as you can see here. On the other hand, with this push button system, takes up no room, cup holders, storage area, easily accessible. Going back to the conventional stick shifter, you have to take your eyes off the road to select the gear, otherwise you might get the wrong one. For example, here, drive low. But with the push button system that we have here, you don't have to look and take your eyes off the road. It's all feel. Each individual button is shaped differently. I automatically know this is reverse because of the hole. I know this is neutral because it's flat, and drive because it's angled. I never have to take my eyes off the road to operate this, ever. The third disadvantage of a stick shift style, when you're done driving, you have to manually put it up in park. If you put it in the wrong gear, forget to do so, say it's in neutral, you're parked at an angle, can roll downhill and get away from you. But with the push button Honda transmission, you don't have to worry about that. You turn the engine off, it automatically goes into park. Not only is this more convenient, it could also be considered a safety feature. Number 4, one of the advantages of a stick shift on an automatic transmission on most vehicles is you can shift gears manually. On some of them you do it simply by moving the lever to the left. On this one you do it with a push button control here. Okay, I get it, you can shift manually with a stick shift automatic transmission shifter. However, now obviously you can't shift manually with a push button directly as we have here. But it doesn't matter because on most of the push-button transmissions, you have paddle shifters on the steering wheel, allowing you to shift manually. Like so, right here by your fingertips. Regardless of the wheel position, going straight line, going corners. So with a push-button transmission, you can shift manually as well. So I've demonstrated the push-button transmission selector is superior to the stick design in every conceivable way. But there's still some who don't like this. Consumer Reports keeps printing articles saying this is unintuitive, whatever that means, and some other road testers have been complaining this is too difficult for them to use for some odd reason. Maybe they just don't know how to drive. This is still the best design going, and you'll be seeing more of these on vehicles as years go by. Just doesn't make sense to keep the stick shifter, aside from tradition. Sorry. Better is better. If it's better than tradition, the heck with tradition. And before we step out of the interior, I must say these are very comfortable seats. Done a lot of driving in them, and I'm very impressed. Okay, enough show and tell. Let's go out and rack up some miles. That's what we're here for. The power steering has pretty good feel and feedback. Responsive enough. Not the best I've ever used, but nobody will be complaining. Some automotive testers have been complaining the ride with these larger 19-inch wheels is stiffer than the base Accord. I don't know if that's true. I haven't driven the base Accord, but let's take some mild speed humps at 20 miles per hour, as we do in all of my videos, and see what happens. Here's bump number 1. Pretty smooth. Here comes hump number 2. I don't see any problems here. Very comfortable. Number 3. There comes the nasty one. Hang on. Yeah, I felt that one, but I expected that. Overall, the ride's pretty good. Thanks to the electric motors and batteries of the hybrid system, the amount of low-end torque, which results in low-end power, is pretty good on 0 to 60 time accelerations. Yeah, I got this in sport mode. Moves out pretty good. Whoa! Let's take a tight corner here. I shouldn't be doing this with all the junk I got in the trunk, but hey, what the heck? Yeah, a lot of body lean, but still holds pretty good. For those of you who don't like safety gadgets, also known as safety nannies, some can be disconnected by pressing this button down here. Okay, road departure mitigation. Off, and it stays off. Blind spot info system. Off, stays off. Low speed braking control, you can turn it off, but you turn the vehicle on and off, it comes back on again. Collision mitigation, braking system again. The last two can all be turned off temporarily. This is the one I definitely do not want. It interferes with the steering controls. I don't know why you would want to have a vehicle that steers itself. Your choice. Knock yourself out. If you take a lot of highway trips, this is certainly a comfortable rig to do so. Well built, solid, nice chairs, and possibly excellent fuel economy. We'll find out soon enough. The wind noise is very low as well. Very quiet vehicle. The big moment we've been waiting for, real fuel economy figures. This is the worst we got, just under 100 miles, 28.3, but these were very short trips, 2 to 5 miles each. Heavy city traffic, outside temperature near 100, 105 degrees. About what I would expect. In just around 1,100 miles, 38.6 mpg, all types of mixed commuting. And here's some other previous numbers from other drivers. Not bad, really. There are some other YouTube testers out there claiming MPG figures in the high 40s, and they're either fudging the figures or just driving like an oaf. I think mine are more realistic, but you believe what you want. So what's my take on this vehicle after my week test drive? I think if you're really interested in maximum fuel economy, you're probably better off with the base Honda Accord Hybrid for around 27 grand. If you want something loaded up with more luxury items, the Touring will certainly do. I don't think you're sacrificing that much fuel economy. Two choices, take the one you want. Here's some videos of other gas-sipping vehicles we've driven. Just click and watch.